a huge collection of shorts.
Ooh, Yaoi
Hi
review.
everybody, it's Corbin, and today I'm here to talk to you about Finder, On One Wing, by Ayano Yamane. This is volume 3 in the Finder series. We shall read the back and delve into it and get into the nitty-gritty. This deluxe edition includes bonus materials and colored poster. Freelance photographer Akihito Takaba has something Fei Long wants, and this Hong Kong crime boss will stop at nothing to get it, including kidnapping the young photographer's friends. Akihito turns to the only person he can to thank for help, Fei Long's former lover and current rival in crime, Ryuichi Asami. But even Asami can't stop the sparks from flying when his old flame meets his new replacement. This is rated M for mature. It's published by Sublime. Now, let's start off with art, because I can get really off on this one. So it does come with a little colored poster. It's not anything awful. It just shows a scene from inside of the Yaoi, and then inside is another poster of Akihito? Is his name Akihito? No, Asami, sorry. Of Asami. Now, this one picks up kind of where they left off, except it feels a little disjointed, to be honest. It's not the most well-placed opening for it. We see Akihito hanging out with his friends. They go to his apartment, and it's been ransacked. Oh, I'm supposed to be talking about art. But his place has been ransacked. And it's very well drawn. It's very interesting to look at. Very pretty. It does flow. The art style's the same as the first two, so I really shouldn't have to talk about that too much. It's just very well drawn, very well depicted, very pretty to look at. Now, after he notices his apartment's ransacked, it follows through just like the back says. He has to fight his way to keep his man safe. Easiest way to explain it. The biggest example that I can think of in this that would be... I'm trying to think of the way to explain it. But the way that I personally viewed it when I was reading this with that romance, it felt not disjointed, that's the wrong word, but it felt a little drawn out. But okay, this volume was filled with nothing but action segments, which is not necessarily my biggest selling point when I read these things. There was fighting, there was shooting, there was a lot of sex, which was a good selling point in this one. Definitely not... This is 18 plus, definitely. But what I found with this one in particular is that it isn't necessarily a standalone. It just isn't a standalone. You have to have a clue what's going on with this one. The storyline makes very little sense on its own. It's very good, though. Very riveting. I take it or leave it. It's one of those... It's a volume where a lot happens. Like, there's one major plot point. Someone gets kidnapped. And you sit there and you look at it and you're like, oh, okay, great. What's going to happen next? Well, it kind of cops out after you get the major plot point of someone being kidnapped. I guess that's to keep you hooked for the next part, which it gives you a short called On One Wing, which is a flashback. And then after the flashback, which takes you to New Year's Eve, or New Year's Day, depending how you look at it, it then goes to a really cutesy one about an underwear salesman who is also a baker. And the guy he's trying to sell underwear to falls in love with him because of his sweets he makes. And it's just a lot of fun. It's very cute. I really enjoyed that. They also give you a lot of little extras, like interviews with the characters and bios about them. Like, this is Akihito's. And it gives you a bio, it tells you all about him, it has interviews, and it's just really kind of a nifty, kind of cool way to keep the characters fresh in your brain. And then we get another little short that's about two college students and how they're competitive together but love each other. And it's okay. It's not my favorite. So, I liked this volume. It was good. I would say get it if you're into the series. Now, this is volume 3, so I'm hoping volume 4 is good. She did leave a note saying that it's a long, lengthy one where it takes a long time for the arc to get where it's going, so we'll see. So if you guys have questions or comments, shoot them down below. If you've read this before, let me know what you thought, because I am curious. And yeah, shoot me a like, a favorite, subscribe, share this with a friend who likes Yaoi, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. You like what you see? Then...
Subscribe!